What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast, a.k.a. 49er Dion, a.k.a. Swift D, back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, man, let's get right on into it. So we had this game, man. We went ahead, we got the dub, we pulled it out. Everybody's like, man, we so glad that we pulled off the win. We got to be great. We got to be happy about it. And then you look at the game as a whole and you go, well, I'm not so sure about that. So with that being said, let's jump right on into it, man. So this game had to rely a little bit heavier on the pass game because there was no Elijah Mitchell. So the run game didn't necessarily work the way that we normally would like it to. We did run the ball fairly well. The averages were up. Jimmy Garoppolo was 27 of 41 for 296 yards, averaging about 7.2 yards per carry. 7.2 yards per pass. He had 2 TDs, but he did get sacked about 5 times. Several of those sacks were on Jimmy Garoppolo, strictly based on the fact that Jimmy, instead of him actually moving out of the pocket when it was collapsing and he knew it was collapsing, a few of those sacks, he kind of stood there and allowed it to happen. So definitely, I appreciate you, brother. Definitely. Yeah, just go ahead and get logged in whenever you can and we'll bring you in. So Load of Truth, what's good? So we're definitely taking a look at that. Jimmy had a couple of sacks, but then he had a couple of balls thrown that were basically interceptions, but they were dropped. We almost did see the game-sealing interception for the Bengals by their safety. If he would have wound up, getting to a point where he actually caught that ball, he had green pastures in front of him, he runs down, they win the game. It's definitely a heartbreaker, man. But luckily that did not happen. Solid Brutes, last 2 games in the second half. Haven't been good. Second half, we have not been good. Solid Roots, first time I've seen you in chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button. So basically what's happening is we are playing harder in the first half, scoring a lot of points, doing everything you want to do. You see everything you want to see from us. And then in the second half versus Seattle and versus Cincinnati, we've scored only 3 points in total. So it's like the offense disappears and the defense is playing well, but then they wind up getting put in different spots, and one of the things that happened on the run game, like I said, Elijah Mitchell was missing. So we definitely had to get that going. That was definitely a little bit of a struggle. So we did have Jeff Wilson Jr. and Deebo Samuel running the rock. So Jeff Wilson Jr. had 13 carries for 56 yards. He averaged 4.3 yards per carry. Deebo Samuel, 8 carries for 37 yards, 4.6 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Most of his yards came on one run because his longest run was 27 yards. So you got to think about it. One run of 27 yards, and then the rest, technically, that averages out to, very, very small amounts of run there. So that's definitely – so that averages out to small yardage. So we definitely got to make sure – Load of Truth says second half DC's changed their game plan, and they did. They had to because they had to be able to figure out how to stop us. That's probably the frustrating thing about it when it comes down to it. And so when you look at the receiving game, you go ahead and you take a look at it, man. George Kittle came out, his hair on fire again, 13 catches on 15 targets, 151 yards, 11.6 yards per catch. 1 TD. Brandon Ayuk, 6 catches, 62 yards, 1 TD, and then the rest of the guys, Juwan Jennings, 3 catches, 46 yards, 15.3 yards per catch. And he had like the most clutch, catch of the game when he was moving us forward. And, it definitely was a beautiful thing when it comes to, our receiving game. And then you go ahead and you flip over to the other side of the ball. You look at the San Francisco defense. Azeez Al-Shaair, he went out with an elbow injury, but he's day-to-day. It's just a little bit of a sprain. So we'll kind of see how that works out throughout the week. Most likely they won't probably have him practice just to make sure he gets continual rehab on it and he allows himself to be all right. So then you look at it. And, K'Wan Williams comes in. He's got 7 tackles. Tart has 7 tackles. Fred Warner has 7 tackles. Every Thomas has 6 tackles. We'll get to him later. Talanoa Hufanga, 5. Jimmy Ward, 5. And then it just keeps going, so on and so forth. Aziz and K'Wan both had sacks. Nick Bosa had 2 sacks. Samson Ebukam and Arden Key, they shared a sack. So we sacked, Joe Burrow 6 times. It was absolutely fantastic, man. And I anticipated us getting to him more, but hey, 6 sacks, I'll take it. That's definitely more than enough, in one game. And that helps the sack total for the team, and it helps the sack total for Nick Bosa, who was currently, I believe, at 14 right now, if I'm not mistaken, for the year. He should be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year and for Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year most likely will go to Dak due to the politics of the game. It's just quarterbacks they get all the love, they get all the shine. It's usually how it works. So it shouldn't. It's definitely something that we all don't necessarily care for because they get a little too much love. But at the end of the day, we definitely have to make sure that we understand the truth of things. It is what it is, and there's nothing we can really do about that. Special teams definitely did a monster job today. On Sunday. Basically, the special teams for the Bengals just didn't show up. It was bad, man. They muffed punts. They did all kinds of stuff. They screwed up in ways you couldn't imagine, man. And what happened? They actually wound up giving us the option to be a lot better, man. We went down every time they muffed, pretty much anytime they muffed the punt, we did what we were supposed to do. We held on to the rock. We got the ball back. We put ourselves in good position to be able to do things, So exactly, I was getting there. 49er media. The only negative was the missed field goal kick by Robbie Gould. Other than that, it was a beautiful night. Special teams did everything that they were supposed to. We had a wonderful game. Outside of that missed kick by Robbie Gould, which would have iced the game for us, and we wouldn't have had to go to OT. And he's getting older, man. And I'm wondering if we should even keep him for next year. And I hopefully think that we can get him off our books. If anything, man, just eat the $5 million and let that dude go. It's not worth it. He's not doing what he used to. We should be able to definitely go ahead and get ourselves another kicker. That ain't too hard to be able to have when it comes to it. But then when you look at it, you flip to the other side of the ball for the Bengals, man. And the first half, the Bengals only scored 6 points, people. That literally was it, man. In the first and second quarter, we only gave them 6 points. Our defense balled out. We played our hearts out, man. We did everything that we could. We forced Joe Burrow into crazy situations, but Burrow still ended the game 25 of 34, 348 yards, 2 TDs. He was sacked 5 times. Joe Mixon, he couldn't even run the ball like he used to, man. 18 carries, 58 yards, 3.2 yards per carry. That's bad. Samaje Perine, 4 carries, 11 yards, 2.8 yards. That's all bad. They had a couple of little end arounds here and there, but it wasn't much. And let me give a special shout out to Jaquaski Tart. He came in and lowered the boom on Joe Mixon. I mean, he hit him hard. I loved every second of it. It was beautiful. Came in and just ate Joe Mixon's lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Just put him on his back. Boy, Joe Mixon thought he was finna get low. Nuh-uh. Tart came in there like a full-on Scud missile and got him. So on our defensive side of the ball, man, we were definitely trying to do what we could to make sure that these receivers didn't eat us up, i.e. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. Now, they did get us for a few yards, but here's the thing. The biggest issue is what happens is you have Ambry Thomas coming in the game. He wasn't supposed to play. Dante Johnson was supposed to play. Rest in peace to his mother. Hopefully him and his family are doing well during this hard time. Ambry Thomas basically played on the whim, and they were like, hey, man, we're going to disguise whatever we can as much as we can. We'll just put the kid in zone. Ambry Thomas is a press man corner coming from the University of Michigan. He was not a zone corner. So I don't know what happened or what was going on, but unfortunately, the young man got ate up. They tore him to shreds. When you look at it and you look at the numbers and the statistics, T. Higgins, 5 catches, 114 yards on 7 targets. Jamar Chase, 5 catches, 15.4 yards per catch, 77 yards, 2 TDs. You know what I mean? And they mixed and matched on everybody, but I think it was Jamar Chase who kind of ate up, Ambry Thomas a lot, man. And you gotta. The hard part for me was during the game, I was real hard on the kid, but I had to look at it from a wider perspective. At that moment, I'm thinking to myself, they're asking him to do something he normally doesn't do. So he's playing off, and when we play off, we play 5, 6, 7 yards off, man. It's ridiculous. Hey, what's going on, Eddie Glover? One thing say why Jimmy can't play all game like the I'll get there too. But that's one of the things that's we are definitely looking into. Give me just a second, guys. All right. So basically when it came down to it, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they did what they could, man. It was definitely a task to try to get them in and get them rolling. I would have loved for them to do more to be able to help Ambry Thomas. I know that touchdown to T. Higgins in the back of the end zone. I think it was T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. I can't remember. But the thing is if Talanoa Hufanga just edges him out with his hip and he steps out of bounds, of course, if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first person to touch the ball. So that would have negated that touchdown. But these are growing pains that we were definitely going to see with our young DBs and our young safety. So, we have to kind of take these for what they are and see what we can do to be able to help them and help them grow. Talanoa Hufanga, other than a couple of plays this season, has been playing fantastic. He's been doing very well, man, and he did a great job while Tart was down for a little bit. But we just have to, keep an eye on things. So for them, run game got shut down. They didn't have too much yardage. This is another game where we only allowed 86 yards in total rushing, and basically the actual two runners outside of Boyd, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow, or Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon, they only actually ran for, looks like 69 yards in total. So 69 yards in total, no actual TD to the real running backs of the team. That's fantastic for us. The last couple of weeks, we've held teams to under, I believe, about 70 yards when it comes to their actual runners. I know we had the 80-yard run with Travis Homer, but that was a fake punt, so I don't really count that against the run defense because they weren't actually lined up. Russell Wilson wasn't on the field. It wasn't actually offense. It was a special teams type of situation. But either way, man, we played a hell of a game. When you look at it, look at the fumbles. Darius Phillips, 2 fumbles, both of them lost. Tyler Boyd fumbled, Joe Burrow fumbled. But those 2 fumbles that were lost by Darius Phillips helped us to get in the field position to be able to get things rolling in the right way. And I have to say I'm very happy for our special teams to have a bounce back game like that, because at the end of the day, it's definitely hard when you go out there, man, and you kind of lay an egg at special teams, and it winds up getting you a little frustrated, man, because you're hoping that everything you do is fantastic and everything that you do is up to par and up to snuff, and you go out there and you lay an egg and it just makes you feel bad, so you want to come out and do better in the next game. That's always how it works. Let's see here. Low the Truth says, I'm hoping Sauce Gardner from the University of Cincinnati cornerback falls to the second round. Man, even if he falls to the second round, we won't draft him. We have this big issue with trying to draft defensive backs high. We don't like to. We don't really care to do so. And it's extremely rare. I don't think we've ever drafted a defensive back in the first round, let alone in the second, when we had opportunity in the second to be able to try to make plays to get, solid dudes and get guys that we really need to be able to help this team out, even in the offseason. So I don't know if we will or we won't. I would love to, but it's definitely a frustrating situation when it comes to the defensive back thing. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo, man, This is the tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a consistent tale, and it happens week in and week out, man. You either see good Jimmy or you see bad Jimmy, and sometimes in the game you see both. You know, Jimmy played all that time, the whole game in the second half. We had the ball 5 times. We didn't even score. And that's actually really bad for the defense to be doing their job. We get the ball 5 different times, and Jimmy just could not get us home, and that's very frustrating. And it bothers us as 49er fans because we're looking and going, man, you the quarterback, Kyle Shanahan, and he put the ball in your hands. He wanted you to be the man, and he will not play Trey Lance. He refuses to give that man the rock, and it don't make no damn sense because then we stuck with looking at you out here being a fool. So look at it like this. In the third quarter, the first drive for the Bengals only lasted about 2 minutes. What do? We punt the ball. And they punt the ball. Defense stops them. So what do? We come down the field, 12 plays, 68 yards. We get a field goal. So we turn around, let the Bengals get down the field, but they missed a field goal. So that automatically says for us, okay, defense did their job. What happened on this drive? We come out and we punt. And look at this. Jeff Wilson for 5 yards. Then Jeff Wilson again for 3 more yards. It's 3rd and 2 at the 44. Deebo Samuel gets us the first down. So it's 1st and 10 on our own 47. Jimmy Garoppolo gets sacked for 8, a loss for 8 yards. 2nd and 21. Jimmy Garoppolo pass short middle George Kittle for 10 yards. And then 3rd and 11, Jimmy Garoppolo sacked again for 9-yard loss. We got to punt the ball. So you see where I'm going with that? Then that turns around. What is that? Bengals touchdown. Pass from Joe Burrow, and there it is. Next thing you know, we get the ball. We punt 4 plays, and we only had 5 yards in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So Jimmy Garoppolo short pass to George Kittle for 13. I'm sorry, we had more yards than that. I apologize. Jimmy Garoppolo pass short for 13 yards to George Kittle. Jeff Wilson for a yard. And then I believe we go ahead and call a timeout. 2nd and 9, Jimmy incomplete. Jimmy sacked again. And then Mitch Wisnowski has to punt, and there you have it. So you see the trend here. Toward the end of the game, man, we couldn't even do anything with the guy. He was killing us. It didn't work out for him. We was trying our damnedest to get him to make these plays and do the things the right way, and we had to put the ball in his hands, and it just wasn't working out, man. That's definitely what happened. So we punt, and they score a touchdown. We missed a field goal. Then we wind up going into OT. We hold them to a field goal, and then this last drive, man. This last drive is where you get those Jimmy supporters, and they tell you, look at what he does in crunch time. Now, my boy in here, Loaded Truth, said, was Eddie Glover says, why can't Jimmy play like that, like the last drive the whole time? So basically what happens is Jimmy says, all right, 2-minute drill, let's go. If I don't have to think and I just got to play backyard football, I can make it happen. So let's go through this joint play-by-play real quick. So we get the touchback. Jimmy comes out, short pass over the middle of George Kittle to the SF-33 for 8 yards. Then there's a penalty. Kittle has a false start. We got to back up. And then 2nd and 7, Jimmy Garoppolo, deep pass right to Juwan Jennings for 25 yards. Then 1st and 10, Jimmy Garoppolo pass deep middle to George Kittle for 26 yards. I'm sorry, to the Cincinnati 26 for 21 yards. Then we got 1st and 10 at Cincy 26. Jimmy pass short middle to Jermichael Hasty for 3 yards. Deebo Samuel a rush for 2 yards. Timeout by the 49ers. 3rd and 5 at the Cincinnati 21. Jimmy Garoppolo pass short middle to George Kittle to the Cincinnati 12, 9 yards, 2-minute warning. Next thing you know, Brandon Ayuk, 12-yard pass from Jimmy Garoppolo, touchdown, and that's it. And you win the game. So you see how things just naturally progress continually, and it's just ridiculous how we wind up in them situations and Jimmy shows up. But you can't show up 2 quarters before that? Why does it take a 2-minute drill and you seeming like you don't have any time in the world for you to be able to know how to function as a quarterback? He should be able to function like that on a consistent basis. And that's where the issues start to lie for us. It's the inconsistency with Jimmy G. And that's what everybody forgets. They see him do that, and then they go, oh, see, you rag on Jimmy, but look what he did for us. We wouldn't have been in that position had the man been able to make the throws and do the things that he was supposed to do in game. These things are supposed to happen. All these sacks, a couple of them, maybe I attribute maybe 2 to 3, possibly 2 to 3 sacks that were actually on the offensive line. The other things is like, man, when you see that pocket collapsing, you got to move. You can't be a statue in there. And there are several times during the game where Jimmy is patting the ball and moving his feet. And when he gets nervous like that, he makes erratic throws, and they usually do not wind up, in the hands of our players. They wind up in the hands of a linebacker or someone else. So those are the inconsistencies that we worry about with Jimmy Garoppolo. But, hey, he took us down the field. We won the game. Can't be too mad, right? So those are just some of the things that, happen. Y'all bear with me just a quick moment. I am going to get some things rolling here. 27 mil, but he plays like he making 15. He actually played like he making about 9 or 10 mil. When you think about it there, man, I don't want to sit up there and tell that man that he actually earned that money, because he definitely didn't. I know that much, man. It's a hard situation, man, because we give him everything that we can, and we definitely want him to be the guy, but he just definitely is not, man. And it get frustrating when you deal with those types of situations, as far as watching him on the field and then be frustrated, and then you struggle, and you're like, man, do I even, want to even have to deal with this dude and figure out what's going on with him? Or is he going to actually work out for us and be able to do these things and keep us rolling in the right direction, man? Because we give everything that we can to the franchise with our faith and our strength and our screams and our yells. And I mean, I don't know how many people told me, man, that your blood pressure get high, you ready to trip out, everything. And we can't even get that, that small moment of time in return, for us to be, doing the things that we need to do as a good football team. But y'all give me just a quick moment. I will be right back. I am going to get something going because we got a special guest coming through. Give me just a second. All right. Yeah, I know I'm on mute, bro. I'm doing something right now. I'm trying to get my special guest to roll in through. I'm just helping him out. All right, all right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know no sound, guys. I'm sorry. I look the special guest. He's on his way in, man. We was working through a couple of little technical difficulties, so we're gonna get him in here, get him right, and we're gonna definitely see how things work out for both of us. And give me just a sec. Looks like he's here. We're just gonna wait for the camera to connect. There we go. Yeah, buddy. He is in here, man. So y'all know him, y'all love him. He is actually a normal guest on Real Talk Niner Talk, and I learned to love him as a cool human being, brother. This man right here gives you nothing but the real. When you ask for the real, this is what you get. You don't get that fake stuff. We don't play no games around here. Okay, this is real West Coast right here. Okay, this is my player partner from the Himalayas. This is the man, the myth, the legend. I got to bring him in correctly. DEESIZZLE is in the building. Sizzle. Oh, you got to take yourself off mute. Take yourself off mute. There it is. Okay, do it again. Yeah. Oh, wait. Now you back on me. I don't know why it's not muting you. There it is. Gotta turn it up a little bit. Oh, he came out. Okay, I think he went in. He went out. He'll be right back, man. He gonna figure that out. But hey, man, DEESIZZLE, you know what it is. Okay, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna love this dude. He give you the real. He give you the raw. He give it to you authentic. You know what I mean? He gonna be right back up in here once he get that connection together, and then we gonna have him doing his thing, man. He gonna let y'all know exactly how he feel about a couple of things from this game. There we go. Got him. Bring him right back on in. DEESIZZLE. Okay, I got you. Looks like the mute is off. So that's good. Let me see here. Okay, there you go. That's right. That's good right there. I can't. Can I go ahead and say something? I can't see if I can hear you. Oh, you got to unmute yourself again. You muted. I think that's what's going on. There we go. Now you good. I can hear you a little bit. There it is. Yeah, I hear you. No, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. So DEESIZZLE, My brother, how you feeling about this game right there?
What you want to know, man? You know, Sis gonna keep it real, man. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I ain't gonna play with it. You know, I'm gonna tell the
Hey,
truth. Who you want to have?
look, y'all be careful because when Sizzle get out the belt, man, you get your ass whooped.
You know,
We old school around here. Yes, sir. So, Sizzle, I need you to tell me what's going on with Jimmy Garoppolo, man. This young man, he need the ass whooping. He need to get the cat bust. I mean, he need a little something.
who? Say it again, bro.
Jimmy Garoppolo, man, he out here tripping. What's going on with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy, man. Look, problem is with Jimmy, man.
Jimmy,
I gotta reach way up here to catch the ball. To catch every and run. Get my back, bro.
Jimmy say he basically telling y'all, Jimmy, stop throwing them dead ducks. Don't be hanging us out to dry. Okay, we ain't no clothes. We don't go on no clothes hanger.
Man, why am I connection so?
Yeah, you gotta turn it up a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the mic. I can hear you, but I can hear you faintly. Give me a sec here.
Get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. Now, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, there we go. That's a lot better.
Yeah, man.
That's way better.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, so go ahead.
So we done already established Jimmy Garoppolo running around here throwing these dead ducks.
Yeah.
Got us out here stretching our arms out like we over here praising Jesus or something. Instead of being able.
I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired of that. And it's just number two is, it's just he wants to throw in the middle of the field all the time. That's very easy for defenses to figure out. If I'm a defensive coach, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna force you into the middle of the field. If I'm playing DB, I'm forcing you into the middle of the field because I know that's where the ball gonna go. Now, see, look at this here. This game right here, look. He go deep. The referees played us on the one for Kittle because that should have been PI. But you look at Benjamin, what you do? You finally get your chance, and he throw it deep to you, and you mess it up to Jimmy. I got to give it to him. He made some good throws in here, but 5 for 15 on third down. What are you doing?
That ain't gonna work.
That's not going to work. You're killing your defense. You're putting them back on the field. I can't even go get a sip of water because I got to go back on the field.
Exactly.
I'm not, like I said, I like Jimmy. You know, it is what it is. I know what Jimmy is. I'm not going to let him stress me out. I don't get too high low of these games. I have fun with this stuff. That's why I brought this character out. As you see, thank you. Matter of fact, I want to get a shout out to everybody who messed with DEESIZZLE, Real Talk 49 Minded, Herb, man. I appreciate y'all. You, anybody, man, that's messing with DEESIZZLE, man, I appreciate y'all, man. We going to keep this thing going. I know everybody don't like Jimmy, but that's what we got to do.
DEESIZZLE, and so y'all know out there, man, DEESIZZLE might have a brother that comes out too. You never know. You never know. You don't know until you know. Sizzle may have a brother that comes up.
Hey,
I can't tell you if it really gonna happen or not.
Never know, man.
You never know.
You never know.
But Sizzle, how do you feel about George Kittle? This big, huge, walking tight end. That man just,
you know, I praise Kittle, man. Thank you, Jesus. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. That goes along with Debo. Because without them two, there's no way. Especially Debo. Especially Debo. We are in trouble. We don't keep Debo healthy. So that means we can't be running him ragged like we doing.
That is very
true.
But hey,
without them two, bro, without Kittle, man, that's big.
Yeah, man. Kittle does the damn thing. And
Hey,
he
it's catch
makes
after run, bro. Kittle with the toughest tight end in the league, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Especially catching and running, bro. You're not checking Kittle. Let him. You don't want to hit that. They don't want to hit Kittle. Kittle giving it to you. Kittle giving it to you.
Oh yeah, every time.
All day. That's a dog.
He want Kittle want you to try him.
Yeah,
that's the difference. You know now, Sizzle. You know how we grew up. We grew up in the wishing motherfucker would.
Facts. You know how torches think, man. We torches, man. You know.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And
That's like with Trey. Trey just sitting back waiting. He been playing possum. That's what he's doing. You think Trey is not getting ready? He's a torture bull. I'm telling y'all. You be listening. I'm telling you. Just patient, man.
Just be real
patient, man.
He's gonna be real quiet, and then he just gonna show up and bah, right in your face.
That's what we do, don't we? So right up here in your face, bang.
It happened. And I'm telling you, man, that's so. Throughout this year, what does Sizzle feel about Kyle Shanahan? Because he's been up and down. You know, he done played some games. You know, Kyle Shanahan, he be on the side of the field looking like he done lost his child or something. Then he be on the side of the field looking like he happy. Then he look sad. Then he look confused. I'm wondering what's going on with this young man.
Well, it's just my suggestion. These are just jokes, but I think that's his daddy playbook. But anyway, the just jokes. I don't want to start nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shanny, man, he just need to be consistent with what he's calling, man. Stop being all over the place, man. Keep on dialing what you're dialing, man. But it goes back, his play calling goes back to Jimmy, man. Is Jimmy looking down the field to make that play? Or are you scared to throw the ball down there? I don't know. I don't know if he's telling them not to throw deep or just throw it in the middle of the field. Which one is it? I don't know who is. Go back to them tools together, man. Them tools together.
Hey, look, when I look at Kyle Shanahan, there are times when he looks like an offensive genius, and there are times where he look like he doesn't even know what football is. There are days.
The second half adjustments, man, he's just suspect on that, bro. He's not scoring enough points. You left the window open. That's another thing. You keep leaving the window open in these second half of games. Like them first two games, man, we could have easily been 0-2. We could have easily been 0-2 because you left the window open. You didn't put your foot on the gas, and we're still doing it now. We just did that in this last game against the Bengals. You know, Bengal fans, if you're listening, who your daddy? Who your daddy?
Yeah.
You know, you ain't got no read because you know that, right?
They ain't got no hope.
No,
right
yeah, they scared us though. But anyway,
here's what and they knew who their daddy was. You know why? They muffed both them punts. They sat down there and they just he's like, I got it. Oh, dang the ball. I don't know where it went.
I don't want that.
He had the butt cuff. He had the butt of fingers.
Hey, I told you, see, I whooped the show last week. I got on the coach. I told you. He got their ass. See what happens when you get your ass whooped? It works.
Hey, look, man. See, look, the ass whooping keep you out of a lot of trouble.
I wish I would have got some more.
We all do,
couple
man.
More whips, I'll be better than what I am now. But yeah. My grandfather, what happened that, man? Nah.
No, and see,
that's how I treat the Niners, man. So you gotta treat them like that, man. I gotta do something with you. So I'm gonna treat you like my kids when they was little. Whoop your ass.
Exactly. Hey, I'm telling you, man, that's exactly how it worked. Now, that young man, Nick Bosa.
Oh, man, it's savage. Stay the thing with him, stay healthy. Don't be like your brother.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work.
Stay healthy.
Stay
healthy. He doing his thing. He doesn't sound like a defensive player of the year to me. I give him the vote.
14 sacks.
Just keep on
14 sacks. And he on the sack streak. 5 games.
Keep doing what you're doing. Stay healthy. That's what we need him to do. Just stay healthy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
That's it. We can't lose him either.
No.
Can't lose him either. I wish Ford would come around if you're listening. Ford, you all right? Boy, I'm praying for you.
Yeah, we gonna pray for D Ford. He need Jesus. And have you seen Jesus, that name of that movie escapes me with Dave Chappelle, Half Baked.
Yes. Brandon,
what's going on, my brother? Hey, D4 need to back you out of me.
That's pretty much. Yeah, I don't know, man. We just need to, we can stay healthy, man. We gonna be all right, man. I believe so. I love the way the defense is playing. A couple people need to step up. Josh Norman, you listening? What? We need to step up, big time. He got to hold down that side of the field at least. If he doesn't hold down the side of the field, it's gonna be too easy, man. He has to play better than what he's playing. We already know what the Ricky is. I'm gonna talk about the Ricky tomorrow every time, but we know you're a Ricky, but we're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah. We had to pray for that young man. He was out there just,
Yeah. You know, pray for Dante Johnson praying for you, brother. Yeah.
Prayers up for Dante Johnson. We hope that everything works out with him and his family. It's hard losing a parent.
Yeah, I heard what you said. My bad. I heard what you said about Hufanga back there in the end zone. I seen that. That's twice in like 2 weeks. He's made a brain fart. You come on, Ricky. We watching you.
Yeah.
We watching you.
We understand your growing pains, but don't let your growing pains be our loss.
But you know what the thing is, though? It's good that they're getting their growing pains right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why Shanahan should have been sprinkling in Trey, because you're going to need them legs when it come time for playoffs.
If you put Trey in the playoffs and packages, and you scared you're going to scare the hell out of them defenses.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to need him in the playoff time, man. You got to run that confusion. I see something with that, man. Put that boy over there, wide receiver, and throw him the ball and see if he can't throw that thing deep one time.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to tell you right now. Hey. If Trey Lance get on the field, everybody getting the ass whooping.
He got to spring. He needs his playoff time. I believe he needs to use it. I believe he should.
It would make sense. We
got a tough game coming up, man. Atlanta ain't going to be a pushover, man.
No, and the thing about Atlanta is Matt Ryan still no Kyle. He in his head a little bit.
Man, we're gonna see.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a real good game for us to be able to go out and test ourselves. But the beauty is, all we got to do is stop Cordero Patterson, and they ain't got no offense.
Yeah,
that's literally the only person we got to stop, because everybody else on their offense, Kyle Pitts,
got to score 30 points too. We need 30 points.
We're gonna need 30. Yeah, we might need 36.
We're gonna need 30.
Yeah,
because Atlanta gonna play hard, man. They trying to get in that spot. They think they can. You think you can, Atlanta, don't you?
Yeah. See, think and know is two different things, and we know they can, even though they think they can.
Yeah, man.
But man, everybody else on the team has been working, doing their thing. That young man, Juwan Jennings, he's a young star in the making. He gonna continue to get better.
Together. He last week he had to jump and catch with some balls. He made the jump and catch. Yeah. He's stepping up. I like Juwan Jennings. I like him when he got slapped in the face. That little slap he took, he didn't phase. He just kept on about his business and took that penalty. So he playing smart. You see you thinking. If you're thinking like that, that's good. We're rookie.
Oh yeah. And then Brandon Ayuk with that touchdown at the end of the game.
Man. Two toes. I want to go home. Toes on. Bye. I'm getting up out of here.
He said, I'm tired.
He twiggled toes on him. Boy, that was nice.
Hey, that boy
happened in that locker room with IQ. I don't know what it is, but it was good. Yeah, I could count on IQ now on third. You can throw the ball to IQ in the middle, man. He gonna catch that thing.
Sizzle, this is what happened. This is what happened. Because if you took a look at the presser a couple weeks back, Brandon Ayuk said him and Kyle Shanahan had some words. Now I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna use my Joe Montana Funko Pop, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. This is how this is gonna work. This is gonna be Kyle Shanahan for the moment. Kyle was like, Brandon, I don't like the fact that you're not making the catches and you're not showing me any effort. And you know what Brandon said? Man, shut the hell up. Throw me the goddamn ball. Nobody got time to be listening to you. You talking all that shit. You gonna put me out here on blast in public. You know I'm black. We don't do that shit. Okay, you need to get it together. Stop talking to me like you ain't got no damn sense. Throw me the damn ball. Allow me to make plays. You keep coaching. How about you go write me up a play?
That's pretty much
here blasting me in public. What your problem is, boy? Then he just fell off. That's what happened. That's what happened. And now you see, and what's Brandon Ayuk doing the last few games? Make plays. Ball.
Hey, he been going upstairs playing the video games. He ain't been getting no whoopings. He been upstairs first playing the video games. He been all right.
That's exactly what it's been, man. Yes, sir. But
We just
hey,
gotta stop
man,
leaving the window open, man, with our team, man. Especially offensively, man. If y'all listen, man, stop leaving the window open for these teams, please.
yeah, leave that there. Close it.
And another thing, we're sick and tired of holding our breath on offense.
Yeah, because the defense can't keep coming out saving y'all on a consistent basis.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta stop leaving the window open, man. That's killing me.
Yeah, can't leave them open.
Guy, you just gonna do all this in the first half stuff, but third and fourth quarter, man, you just.
It ain't gonna work out, man. We need to make sure that we close that window and shut it. If we see somebody with a finger trying to creep in, we need to shut that thing on them and just make it blow off. Other than that, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get robbed just like Craig and Day did on Friday after next.
Leaving the window open, you leave the chance for the referee to screw you. You gotta knock that out the window too. That comes with it when you leaving the window open like that.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happens.
Man, I believe though, once we get Mitchell back, you know what I'm saying, get our run game healthy, we're gonna be all right, man. It was some good passes from. I'm not totally, like I said, Jimmy played good this week, but it just, like I said, third down, you gotta be better, and y'all gotta finish, man. You gotta finish. You can't. This game should not have went to overtime. If you just scored 10 points, we wouldn't have been in that spot.
Nope,
10
not
points.
at
That's
all.
all you needed, and you wouldn't have been in that spot, but you didn't do that. You want to wait to the end. This ain't the day. No, you give me a heart attack. I gotta take my blood pressure medicine because of this shit. No.
I'm telling you, man. I got an Android watch. That joint tell me, hey, you need to calm down.
Man, it's stressful, man. It's stressful. I don't want to be stressed like this. No.
I want to be able to relax.
Put the foot on their throat and keep it going.
Exactly.
It ain't over for us, though. I believe in us. I believe in the squad. I'm gonna keep on believing. I got to until it's over. Nothing we can do. We gotta ride with this.
You gotta
ride with him, man. You gotta ride with him.
The door's still open. We gotta kick it through. We gotta kick it on through.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, Sizzle, we gonna get up out of here, man.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, brother. One love. I'm new at this stuff. Next time I'll be a little bit better.
That's all right.
Hey, that's cool. Play around with it a little bit. I don't know what's going on. See, look, damn.
Yeah, look. Nah, brother, you all good, Sizzle. Hey,
one love
for y'all out there, man. This is DEESIZZLE.
I'm about to pull up on you, man. I'm about to here tonight, man. I'm coming your way.
I got you.
I'll call you when I get down that way, man, and see where you at.
Oh, yes, sir. See, so if y'all don't know Sizzle, get to know Sizzle, because Sizzle gonna keep it a buck with you, tell you the truth,
yes,
and he ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Hey, January 8th, man, in LA, I'll be at the tailgate. I got a party going on the page, man. It's going down. I'm telling you, Sizzle, man. We gonna turn up with her.
Oh yeah, we going.
In the building.
We gonna do it. All right, man.
Well,
peace. All right, y'all. That was my man DEESIZZLE. He came through and blessed me with his presence. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful evening. I am out this joint. Peace.